Good morning, folks on YouTube. Um, it's funny how the internet has brought the whole world together, but I have a fascinating story to tell you that you might already know about, but I am very fascinated with the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to do this once in a while as an idea because hopefully it'll be interesting to you too. There's an island near the country of India, and it's called the Andaman Islands. I don't know if there's an Andaman Sea. It's called North Sentinel Island. It's an Indian territory, but they declared it, leave them alone, off limits to outsiders by the Indian government. The inhabitants are known as the Sentinelese, and they do not wish to have contact with the outside world. They are totally primitive. They came from Africa thousands of years ago, and they settled on that island. They live in a very primitive way, and they want nothing to do with anybody else. Um, Outsiders have attempted to go there and make friends with them, and they kill them with arrows. I mean, it's very frightening, but also you can kind of understand when I tell you what happened. Actually, the latest thing that happened was a man. This was probably in the news. A Christian man from the United States tried to go there and preach the word to them. He was singing gospel hymns, and they killed him too. Even though he was trying to be friendly, they don't know our language. There are other indigenous tribes nearby, and they don't speak the same language either. Um, Now they have a good reason to not trust us. When you live in a place where there's no germs and there's no other people and there's no other civilizations or settlements from you, you're not going to have the immunity that other people have. Okay, and back in the late 1800s, I believe, they were when India still had British colonists. They had actually captured a few of the people from the island, and this was after they had a history of killing people that came too close to their shores. So the British colonists kidnapped a couple of old people and some children, and they brought them to Port Blair, which is a more modern island that they brought them to. They all got sick immediately. The adults, who were elderly adults, they all died. The children were sick, but they said, we better bring them back. And they kind of snuck and brought them back before the adults saw them, I assume. And I guess they left gifts with them too because they felt bad. And the English settlers said, we're never going to bother them again. But over the years, people have tried to go there and make friends with them. There is a rumor that there was an anthropologist that did have a successful, and there are pictures on the internet, but there are other tribes just like it that are friendly with the nearby civilizations. So, there's no proof that that was the Sentinelese, but anyway, this anthropologist was able to be friendly with them. They live in huts. They're hunter-gatherers and fishermen. I don't know if they use fire. That was debatable. On one occasion, though, a National Geographic crew went over to throw them food and stuff, bananas and pots and pans, and they happily accepted them. I think they threw them a pig, and they were like, ew, and they just speared it and buried it. I mean, that's sad. They're just they're self-protective, I guess, and that's why they're doing that. But after the 2004 Indian Ocean, that horrible tsunami, they were right in the middle of it. So a helicopter crew from the Coast Guard went to check on them. And sure enough, they were still alive. They must have known to get to higher ground, whatever high ground is on an island. They immediately started pitching spears at them and everything. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a pretty creepy picture. But then they stand on the spears like that. Like, it's very scary. The neighboring island now. There is a neighboring island of people that have been contacted, and they, since the 1990s, I think, they have gotten along with the settlements nearby, the modern technology and everything. And a bunch of them got COVID and died. So since they're semi-social, can you imagine these Sentinelese that don't go into civilization at all? I mean, if we don't know if those children that they let go years ago in the late 1800s, we don't know if they brought whatever disease the grandparents had and got the others sick. They have no immunity. They don't even know how, they were thousands of them years ago, okay? Now they think there's maybe only a few hundred or even like less than 100. There's no way for them to count because they can't, go, and even if they sent a drone over there, they'd probably shoot it down. So the Indian government said there's a certain, you can't go any closer than a certain barrier towards the island. You have to respect them. And I would understand they're trying to protect their home, but it is so scary to see them with the spears like that. And I will show that picture at the end. You can also check out the internet. There's a lot of interesting videos on it. But just in case there's anybody out there that did not know about them, it's a fascinating story and a reason why there are still people in this world. There were some in the Amazon, and I think those have all been contacted now. Maybe there's a few that haven't, but officially on the record, the Sentinelese are the only tribe that have not been contacted. So if you want to look it up, there's a lot of good articles and pictures and videos. And it's a very interesting topic. Okay? Till next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and like and subscribe, please.